more to the right, which I actually wanted. Small bike lane, by the way. Kidding, it's not a bike lane. Just a part of orange that should make you feel safer when riding a bike. And supposed to be that the cars should be between the white dotted lines. But of course they can move over and use this strip. Even use the concrete on the right side of the orange red strip. By the way, when you do touch these white marks, you can feel it in the tire. It's not even by a long stretch. Well, let's go this way. Oh, I think it's Garmerwolde I ended up. Yes, Garmerwolde. Let's go on the bike lane here. This is the bike lane I wanted to take. So now I'm on course. See what time it is. 2 minutes past 10. So I will have to make the parts in the edit. And like I said, I started at 9:43. So this is a 20-minute video already. And I want to keep them smaller, 15, but also can decide to make them 10, I don't know, I have to see. Nice bike lane, it's quite wide. Used to be very small, used to be the width of the bike lane I was, or the stretch I was on before, where I had to overtake or to pass 2 children on the bike. They went to the side. This used to be like smaller. Maybe half of what it's now. So one part of the dotted line. Quite smooth, by the way. It looks actually like a continuous stretch of concrete with seams in there, but the seams are laid quite nicely. Or probably this is solid concrete and they just partly made a cut in there, a dilation seam for expanding, because if you do not do that and it gets warm, the surface, it cannot expand and it searches for the way of least resistance, and the bike lane will be pushed up. Also a hardened stretch of something beside the bike lane, probably for tractors or cars or vehicles that have to be in the area. Of course, it's not a main road. Actually, I'm quite alone except for the people, or the man in the front of me. Looks like he has a scootmobile or something like it. I stretch the legs a bit. I thought it was a man, it's a woman. Over there are some cows. Looks like Friesian Holstein cows, the most common cows in the Netherlands. Black or white with black spots on there. I think there's also some cows which are mainly white and then brown spots. Plain above me, see a contrail. You can see, hopefully, what I will be filming my chin, I don't know. Very nice cycling weather, temperature wise. Little wind, but not a problem actually. I think actually it's coming from my left. Well, if you do like this countryside, this bike ride is for you. Of course I will get into some smaller villages, but they're very small, except for Boer, that's a little larger, but for the rest of the route, well, quite small cities. Is it a dog or a cat? Hi dog, where's your owner? Didn't see any owner. Otherwise, but there will be an owner, of course, but they didn't see him or her. It would be very strange if the dog walked alone. And there's a race bike coming towards me. A lot faster, a lot better equipment than I have. I'm just riding on an old Gazelle bike from 1963, Dutch bike. I think it's older than I am. It's quite a heavy bike. All steel tubing, the lugs, pipes and lugs. Today bikes are made of aluminum and they're welded together at several points. They need to be welded, but this one, lugs. The lug is actually, well, let's explain it, try to explain it. For instance, when you want to connect pipes, you have a lug like a T-shaped lug. That's has holes to all three sides, and then the These holes are a little bit bigger than the pipes that go in. And you push the pipe in and you solder them or weld them. And then you have a sturdy connection. And these days the pipes are shaped, they fit to each other and then welded, so no lugs, just a direct fit. Pile of wood. Stamps on there. Pas op, niet beklimmen. So be aware. Don't climb on it. Well, it's not a smart idea to climb a pile of wood which is not very stable. And I reached Boer. That went quite fast. Minutes past 10. Nice decorative roses and their lamps underneath. Some side of activity in the city of Boer. It's called Light Week, so Lantern Week or something. To raise my butt a little bit off the saddle. Euro 194, diesel 19. Getting cheaper. Still not as cheap as you want to, but still it's cheaper. My butt is hurting and I'm on a normal saddle. What if I was on a race bike or a mountain bike with a very hard saddle? Small saddle also would be a nightmare. Of course I could wear a special pair of pants with a sea sponge crotch in there, which does allow for a bit nicer ride. And I actually have such a pair of pants, but when you wear them you really have to wear something over it, especially on this bike. It would be ridiculous if I were riding in a sort of spandex bike pants would be looking horrible. Let's go this way, Wobbe Alkema pad. And every time I come here I don't know who Wobbe Alkema is, and I then think to myself, when I get home let's find out. But I still do not know who this man is. Looks like every time I come by here there are more houses here. A little pussycat, I'm sorry. I think just wanted to cross the road, had his paw over and then took his paw back. Ah, poor thing. Well, finally made it to the Rijksweg, the N340. Have to go parallel for a bit. But first of all, let's stop here and eat some lunch and stretch the legs.